So we've seen like tons and tons and tons of these tier list videos, from whiskey to candy to all kinds of other things. And we've never actually done one.
Yep.
But we were sitting around talking one day and we came up with this idea. We're actually going to rank 25 Kentucky distilleries from the best to maybe not as good. And we've either been to them or we've tried them or what.
And this is our opinion.
Yeah.
So your opinion is probably different than ours, but this is our opinion and where we rank stuff. All right, now let's get into this and see where we rank everything.
I'm interested to see how this is. We didn't actually talk about it beforehand.
Nope.
We're just going to
These are
cuss
all
and discuss as we go.
Off the cuff, we decided on the distilleries were going to be on this list. Got a screen capture thing going on. You're going to see it all over in this area.
Or wherever I put it. It's going to be on the screen, so you'll be able to see.
I think these are in alphabetical order on here. So, Angel's Envy, first one.
The first one on the list, Angel's Envy.
Where do we think Angel's Envy goes? So we've never been to the distillery. We've had their whiskey. We think their whiskey is just so-so. What is this? A, B, C, and D is what we have on here. Yeah, that's A, B, C, and D.
I think personally for me, I mean, I just haven't had it really a lot, and what I've had I don't really like, and we've never been. I mean, personally, I'm going to give this a D.
Okay, I was same page.
D.
For me on Angel's Envy. We're just not huge fans of it. Never found any Angel's Envy we like and haven't been to the distillery, so can't rank that portion of it.
I also don't think, like, it's just every palate's different,
Yep.
and the stuff we've had is just overly sweet.
On to the next. Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Oh, I love Bardstown.
Me, this one's an S.
S, definitely.
S. They have awesome whiskey. The distillery's awesome. The food at the distillery, the tours at the distillery. It's got the whole package to me.
It definitely has. It's beautiful, and again, the whiskey is delicious. And also, if you guys haven't seen any of these tier lists, I guess we didn't really explain what this is, but it's just a ranking system. So S would be like satisfying,
superior, or whatever. It came from the video game industry. So S is the top, then A, B, C, D, E, whatever you have rankings. We have S, A, B, and C, D here.
Yep. All right, so let's move on to the next one.
1792. So Barton 1792. To me, they don't have a distillery open anymore for tours.
That's a downfall.
1792 Foolproof's good. Some of their store stuff's good. To me, I think this is kind of a C.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. I would definitely go with the C as well. That's exactly where I was thinking. Okay. I think the whiskey is good itself, but it's a smaller portfolio overall.
Well, especially you can't go to the distillery anymore.
Yeah,
so it kind of knocks that part of this out. Because we're kind of ranking these based on all the distillery experiences, the whiskey that they had, like I said, portfolio earlier. So
yeah.
Buffalo Trace is what's up next.
Superior.
So, yeah, I give this one an S. The whiskey's phenomenal. The distillery tours, the distillery are just amazing. Mm-hmm. So I think that's an S.
I think it's just, it's consistently good product.
All right, on to Castle and Key.
Oh, Castle and Key. So we haven't actually been to Castle and Key, but I've heard so many great things about how beautiful it is.
I agree.
Like, so beautiful. We've driven by it.
We've driven by it. We just haven't stopped there. We do want to stop there at some point when we're out there. Mm-hmm. Whiskey, on the other hand, we're not huge fans of. Their rye, the Restoration Rye, I think is what it is. It isn't bad, but I don't know. I kind of say C. Just because from what we've heard with the grounds and the tour stuff that is there, it's pretty cool, but the whiskey's just eh. Yeah,
I think that definitely gives it a C.
Okay.
Like, if it was just based on the whiskey itself, I would put it in as a D.
Yep.
But based on the whole thing, the whole experience of the whiskey and the distillery, okay, then you get a little upgrade.
Yep.
So, all right, moving on. Next one.
Evan Williams. So Evan Williams, they have that small thing on Whiskey Row. You can do a tour. You can buy the Evan Williams 12. Evan Williams 23 is freaking amazing if you ever had it. The tour there at Evan Williams is pretty cool. It's a small place.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was kind of neat, actually. Like, it's not like the best tour I've ever been on, but it is kind of cool, and I thought it was cool to sit in that little speakeasy.
Yeah. There's that bar upstairs. Yeah. That's there. Where would you go with Evan Williams?
C plus?
Yeah, I'm kind of saying a higher C, low B.
Yeah. It's kind of like teetering that line.
Because the whiskey's just all right. Yes, it's part of Heaven Hill, and we'll get to Heaven Hill later, but it's just, I don't know where that one really belongs.
I think it could be like a like a low B minus or a high C plus. Like it's kind of right in that
We want to throw it at the beginning of the B's or
beginning of the C's, or
let's just throw it in a B.
Yeah, put it in the
Throw it
B,
in
and
the
then we
B.
can move it up later.
We might move it down to C. We'll see where this comes at the end.
Ooh, I like
Four
the
roses.
next one.
Four roses.
S.
So S. Do I think I was leaning towards an A or an S.
S.
We love Four Roses whiskey. The tours there, the visitor center's really good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with S.
It's so
a cool
beautiful.
place.
Overall, their product is extremely consistent. The bourbon is fantastic. Everything I've had, I'm a huge Four Roses fan. Also, though, the grounds are incredibly beautiful, and the new visitor center is so beautiful.
Yep.
It's really high class looking. So, I think that's got to definitely be an S.
Oh yeah, Green River. Where are we gonna go with this one? So this one, granted, it's an older but newer company, because what are they? I actually have a bottle of Green River Rye right here. DSP KY10. We haven't been there. We've had their whiskey. Whiskey's pretty good. I would kind of go B.
I was gonna say, based on the whiskey itself, I'm gonna go like a B minus.
Yeah, because we've had some picks of theirs that have been really good.
Picks are really good. Yeah. There's like some that are like, up in the A category and some down in the C category. So I think a B is good.
Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill.
This is one I'm going towards an A.
Yeah.
I'm saying A just because all the whiskey we've had there is phenomenal. The Heaven Hill bourbon experience is pretty cool. It's nothing crazy. The bottle your own, the connoisseur tasting.
Yep.
I don't think they have a ton of tour type stuff.
Right.
To me.
I mean, I think it's pretty there and it's cool and it's just historic. But also, again, like you said, there's not like a whole walking tour. You go around and you see
that
things.
I can recall.
Yeah, me either. But we might be wrong. So let us know if we're wrong or what you would rate Heaven Hill, because I'm curious. I think A is good. Like my mind wants to say an S because it's just really good. But like their bourbon, like if we went just off of their bourbon alone, it would get an S.
Yeah.
But the whole experience is part of it. So, all right, moving on.
Jim Beam. So this one we haven't actually done the tour. We love Jim Beam products.
We have been in their like visitor center, which is awesome.
Cool.
It's really cool looking. Like they have that. Don't they have like a big tall still going right when you walk in?
I can't remember.
I think so. Yeah.
Where would you go with this one?
Well, it's hard to say because I've never done a tour there. But like based on the whiskey alone, the whiskey again is an S. But because I haven't done a tour, I'm leaning toward an A.
Mine's A. It's going up there with Heaven Hill.
Okay, that works.
Limestone Branch, next on our list.
Limestone.
Where are we going with Limestone Branch? So that's they have the Yellowstones. I think Yellowstone. Can't remember what else is over there.
With Limestone Branch, I'm leaning more toward like a C plus, C minus. Probably more like toward a C minus.
C.
Yeah, definitely a C. Just because some of the whiskey we've had is good, some of it's not our favorite. Just like with some distilleries, but it's just. We
haven't done a tour there. Mm-hmm. The grounds look awesome from what we've seen, so it's a place we do plan on going at some point when we're out there. So for right now, it's a C. These things can change around.
Definitely.
It just depends on
the experience.
Yeah.
Really, experience and more whiskey that comes out over time. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Next, Lux Row. So with the Rebel, the Ezra Brooks, the Double Barrel, and things like that. We did have an awesome tour at Lux Row.
That was amazing.
We had like a private tour because like no one else was signed up for the time we went, which was a really cool thing.
It's really pretty there.
I think it's very pretty there. The whiskey to me is just all right.
Yeah, I kind of am leaning toward a B on this.
I was gonna say C.
Yeah, I think a B is a good score for that one.
Yep. B minus, whatever it is.
It's in the B's.
Yep.
It's somewhere in the
B's.
I'm a B.
Next, Maker's Mark. Where are we gonna go with Maker's?
So Maker's is beautiful.
We haven't been there. We have not been to Maker's.
Oh wait, we haven't been there, but we've been told by everyone it is like one of the best tours when you're in Kentucky.
Yep.
It's one of the most beautiful tours. Maker's Mark is an interesting one because one, if it really truly is as beautiful as everyone says, which we can't speak for that, but I believe what people say when they say it's one of the most beautiful.
Photos too.
Yeah, the photos that I've seen are really beautiful. Now, the whiskey to us, some of it we really, really like. Mm-hmm. Like last year we really, really enjoyed the BP, the cellar age, things like that. And I've had some really good single barrels that I've liked. But like just the regular product is not my favorite. Like just the base.
So what's your ranking? I'm going to put this somewhere if you don't give an answer.
C?
I was going to say B. To me, it's a B. If you're having Lux Row up there, I think Maker's Mark deserves.
I agree with you. I think it actually needs to be like ahead of Green
we're
River
not
and Lux
stuff
Row.
ahead. These aren't in any particular order in there.
Fine, I agree with you.
B.
I definitely agree with you. B.
Because there are some products, like you said, we like, some we don't.
All right, so the next one, Michter's.
So that's at downtown Fort Nelson location. We have not done a tour there. We know people that have done the bottle your own experience. They've done the legendary or whatever tour they have where you get like Michter's 20 or 25 and things like that. The whiskey at Michter's is freaking awesome.
Amazing. It's some of the best whiskey I've ever had. Actually, those are my favorites overall. And
they have a good bar.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The bar is really beautiful. It's stunning, honestly. I think for me, like, this has to be an S.
I was going to say A.
I think it has to be an S.
See, I was going to say A because it is a small thing. Like, because they have small things, like the Bottle Your Own is kind of like Heaven Hill's Bottle Your Own. So they have small tours like that. So I think an A is where Michter's belongs.
Fine. Fine.
Just like we haven't done a tour at Jim Beam, so we don't know what it is. So that's why it's ranked at that
Same. A. Okay, fine. All right, fine. Going with an A.
Yep.
A is fine.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
New Riff.
New Riff. I mean, what the whiskey I've had is fine. So when it comes to New Riff, we haven't actually been there.
Nope.
I don't even know what it looks like.
And the whiskey's just all right. To me, this is a D.
Yeah, I think I would go with a D as well.
It's just not one of our favorites.
It's not a bottle we're going to reach for that often.
Yep.
Like, we've had some picks that are good, but
Yep.
I don't think that we're just going to buy another bottle.
Nope.
Okay.
On to the next.
On to the next.
Old Forester.
Ooh, okay, so we have done a tour.
We have.
Which I loved the tour.
That downtown location is awesome.
It's amazing. It's so beautiful. And also, my favorite part of that tour is when they take those barrels and they torch them. And it's so freaking cool. And the whiskey's
great.
Amazing.
So, this is an S.
S. Easy S. All day long.
Old Forester's an S.
Amazing tour and amazing whiskey.
Old Pepper. So, this is one we fell in love with when we were out there this past trip. We didn't get to the distillery. We did have some single barrels that I wanted to buy. The store didn't have them.
Yeah.
And then we got the pepper decanter.
It's really good.
It's really good. I think right now it's a B.
Yes.
Because we haven't been to the distillery. We did like the whiskey though.
But it's not like the whiskey is not on the level of like Michter's, Jim Beam, or Heaven Hill.
No.
But I think the whiskey is really good, and I can't wait to try more products from them.
Yep.
And I also would love to visit the distillery,
Yep.
which we will do sometime. So I think a B is a really good score for that.
Peerless.
Oh God, I love Peerless. We've never actually done like a full tour, but we've done tasting.
We've done
there,
tasting twice there,
and it's amazing tasting. The whiskey, I love the whiskey. Like
the whiskey is really good.
Everything I've had from there, I really like. I mean, minus that Peerless absinthe.
Yeah.
But I still like it. It just tastes more like absinthe.
This is a tough one for me.
It is a tough one.
To me, it's a B. It's like a high B. It's not quite an A.
I kind of feel like that too. I would agree with you.
And like I said, we're not moving these around to kind of rank them in the B category. We're just throwing them in there.
Yep.
But yeah, the whiskey is good. It is a little expensive when it comes to their bottles. They're like 100 to 130 or so. That I think is a little bit of a knockdown on it.
All right, moving on.
Pursuit Spirits.
Pursuit Spirits. So it's all new.
Yep. This one's technically not on the Bourbon Trail. There's a couple of these that are technically not on the Bourbon Trail, but they're on our Bourbon Trail.
Yeah, they're on ours. And definitely like that after doing that thieving and everything else, that was such a cool experience.
And their whiskey's good.
Their whiskey's good. I think what they're doing with their blending is really, really amazing. And I can't wait to see more products that come from them.
Oh, yeah.
But everything we've tried, we really like.
Yep.
And it's
Been
good and
great.
consistent. So happy for those guys. And
Yep.
yeah, I think B is a good score.
So Stitzel Weller, that's our next one. So this is an interesting one because what is it? They have the Blade and Bow. I think Bullet is owned by them or something. Huge heritage distillery. We've been on a tour there. It's
Beautiful.
Freaking awesome.
Amazing. The history behind it too is really cool.
I think at least on their website, under Stitzel Weller, Orphan Barrels there. But that's all out of Tullahoma. I think it's all out of Tullahoma. This is a tough one because we're not huge Blade and Bow or Bullet fans, but we do love Orphan Barrel. And the distillery is really cool.
And old Stitzelweller, like old Stitzelweller is
that's the Orphan
like
Barrel stuff.
I'm
usually.
talking about like actually old. Have you ever tried some of those dusty bottles of Stitzelweller? It's really, really good. This is hard.
Because they don't have a huge portfolio, but the tour's good, I'm going to go with B on this one as well.
I think a B too. We really like B's.
B's fine.
B's are
middle
good.
of the road. We're getting into a few others here. We got, what, 5 left?
Yep.
So, Town Branch. We've never been to Town Branch. We've had a couple bottles of whiskey. We did not like the whiskey.
A D.
Yeah, I'm going with D on that one as well.
D. Sorry, Town Branch. I'm sure there's some good single barrels out there. We just haven't found that many that we love.
Yep.
So, all right.
Turkey.
Oh, yeah.
This one might be some cussing and discussing here.
And I want to get in a fight with you about this one.
Yeah.
Mainly because, one, the whiskey is S. Like, all day
The whiskey
long.
for sure is S.
Now, we haven't done a tour yet because
Their visitor center's been closed for years.
Because they're working on renovating the new one, which is going to be insanely amazing.
Yep.
It's supposed to open like May of 2024, somewhere around there, sometime in the spring, I believe. But we love Bo from there.
Yep.
And we go to the little visitor makeshift shop that's there right now. Always have great conversations and good pours with him.
Yep.
It's beautiful driving through it, but also we've never done a tour, and that makes it tough.
Yep. To me, this is an A because we haven't done a tour. I think after their new visitor center opens and we get it, that's going to move to an S. But I think right now, the way it is, that they just have the gift shop, it's going to be an A.
I guess so. I
don't think it belongs in an S because we haven't done a tour. They don't have their full setup yet.
Once they do, though.
Yes, it'll be a different story. Like this will move
number
to an S.
Now, if we were doing this just based on whiskey, it would be a lot different.
Correct. Well, we're trying to do it based on the whole package.
The whole package.
The whole kit caboodle.
Yep.
All right. Wilderness Trail. Where do we go with this one? So we've had a few different bottles of Wilderness Trail. I think they're owned by Wild Turkey Campari now, if I remember right. We haven't been to the distillery. I've heard it's pretty cool there. The whiskey we've had has just been all right.
Some of it's good, some of it's not our favorite.
Yep.
I would definitely go with the C.
That's exactly
I think it
what's in
needs
my
to
mind.
go in the same category because, I don't know. I just agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
That to me is a C.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Willet.
Ooh, this is interesting. So we've we stopped into Willet one time, but we've never actually done a tour.
Yep.
It did look cool.
It did look pretty cool. They got a pretty cool bar. You can try purple tops and stuff there. From what we've heard, the egg salad sandwich is just awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like egg salad sandwiches, so I can't tell you that part.
Yeah, people love the bar at Willet, and I've heard great things about the tour and things like that, but I've never actually done the tour, and I feel very divided about the whiskey because I love the Willet purple tops.
The
I love
bourbons,
it.
we just don't like the ryes.
Sometimes I like the rye. It's just not my favorite rye, but I think it's a good consistent product. So that's what makes it tough for me. Like I feel overall this is kind of like B.
I think it's a B.
I think it's a B. Yeah.
I think it's a B.
Yep. B.
It's kind of like a bell curve we got going on here,
It
which
is.
is actually perfect. Last one.
one.
But before that, if you're liking this video, definitely hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and think about becoming a patron too. Definitely helps out the channel.
It does. It really does make a difference. We've got a nice, strong Patreon community now. 50. We're doing Zoom calls. We're gonna do more barrel picks. We got all kinds of things planned. So do that, and yes, subscribe, leave us a comment, and let us know where you would rank these on your list.
So you can go to Tier List Maker. You might be able to see the web address here, and just type in Kentucky Bourbon Trail Tier List. It's the one I created, and you can play around with it and see where you rank stuff.
Yep.
So last one.
Last
Woodford
but not
Reserve.
least. Okay, that was one of the coolest tours I've ever been on.
Yeah, the property out there is really cool too. It's like out in
beautiful.
horse country.
And those barrel rolling, that was like the most satisfying thing ever. Their barrels literally are like on a little railroad track.
Like a little train track.
Yeah.
They roll them from the where they fill them into the rick house.
It's cool.
It's pretty cool.
It's awesome. If you haven't done that, you have got to go do it. Overall, like with the bourbon.
What does it come with the whiskey with them?
So I like it. I think that I like some better than others, like that they release. We're not like huge Woodford Reserve fans. Like we don't like buy every single bottle. We just like it. It's not like and it doesn't taste bad. There's nothing bad about it. I think it's like.
Where are you ranking it?
I personally think it could go A- or B+.
I'm saying B. I don't think it's not up there with Wild Turkey and Michter's and everything else to me.
That's true.
And I think the reason it's a B is because of the experience there. Like you said, the whiskey, we like it. It's just nothing crazy for us. But I think it's just kind of middle of the road.
Yeah.
For the whole package.
Yeah, I agree. Overall,
So-
I think that's good.
Yeah, that's our tier list. It almost looks like a middle finger when you turn it sideways.
Oh my gosh.
That's kind of funny.
I kind of like how it turned out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think there are definitely like some that I'm just really having a hard time where they are, but overall I think it's good.
I think the only one you're really having a hard time is probably the wild turkey. And
Eh.
I think probably the A row, but
A is a really tough row
Yeah.
because I feel like everything in the A row has a superior whiskey.
oh yeah,
Like
Yep.
hardcore
I 100%
superior.
agree. It's like the major places, but
Yep.
this is where it ended up. This was off the cuff on where we decided these.
So let us know what you think. And if you like this style of video, let us know because it's kind of fun to do these tier lists. So let us know if you think we should do another one.
Yeah, don't know what it'll be on, but
I don't know.
maybe something.
Maybe budget bourbons. I don't know. Anyhow. All right. Well, that's all we've got for you guys today. So we hope you have a wonderful day. I'm Dara.
I'm Bill.
And we'll see you next time right here on The Average Drinker.